You can't claim you're sovereign and then claim rights under the Constitution. That's not how it works. No, that is not how it works.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're diving into a classic sovereign citizen showdown where contradictions hit harder than logic ever will. Right from the start, the judge points out the obvious. You can't reject citizenship while demanding constitutional rights. Our star defendant, however, insists he's Williams L. and not the man on the docket, convinced this magical phrase shields him from accountability. Spoiler, it doesn't, but it makes for one chaotic opening.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. What's your name, sir?
If I can help you.
I'm Williams L.
Yes, Your Honor, but the defendant is identified in the docket as Michael Williams. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, that's the name they're calling me, but I'm Williams L.
I understand.
Michael Williams. Okay.
No,
Mr.
I'm not
Williams,
Michael Williams, Your Honor.
Okay.
I am Williams
Okay.
L.
Alright, guys, watch how quickly this escalates as the judge tries to get a straight answer. Instead of acknowledging his name, the defendant doubles down, claiming sovereign Moorish American status while rejecting jurisdiction. The judge explains participation is mandatory, but he's stuck in fantasy land. The narrator's sharp mockery of his excuses makes the standoff even more absurd, as Williams L. insists presence equals participation, completely missing the point.
Okay. So here's the thing, Williams L. I have to call you what's on the documents that I have present for me in court today. We can either handle it that way, or you don't have to handle it, and then it just will be like you didn't show up to court today.
No,
So it's
Your
either
Honor,
way,
I'm just
but I
letting
have
you
to
know
call
who I. Your Honor, I'm just letting you know who I am.
Okay.
I am Williams
That's fine.
L. I am not Michael Williams. They kept calling me Michael Williams. I told them who I was. I am a sovereign Moorish American. I'm not United States citizen, Negro, Black, or colored, Your Honor.
Okay, so let me tell you, Mr. Williams, this is the last time I'm gonna say it. This is all I have for you. If you don't want to handle it under that name today, then I have to act as if you aren't present, and so that's fine. But I
You
have
say
to
what?
call
Hold
you
on.
to that document, okay?
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that,
I
Your Honor?
said, if we can't handle those matters and those tickets that's on that case under that name, then that's fine. But it's going to be as if you didn't appear for court today because I have.
Ma'am, I'm here. I'm here today, ma'am.
Right. So I'm just saying when
Williams
I call those
L is here
documents-
today. I'm just letting you know
Hold
who
on,
I
Mr.
am,
Williams.
ma'am.
Now here's where the fireworks begin. The judge offers him a chance to resolve his case, but he immediately demands dismissal for lack of jurisdiction. The tension spikes when she asks the key question. If he denies being a citizen, how can he claim constitutional rights? His entire strategy collapses under its own contradictions. Commentary highlights how non-citizens still have basic protections, but not the selective rights he wants to cherry-pick. The absurdity is undeniable.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I am Williams
Okay.
L.
So that's fine. When I call it on the record, I'm going to have to call it on the record as the name on the ticket, just so you know, okay?
Okay, and I'm gonna let you know that I'm Williams L. Okay, I'm cool
That's
with
fine.
that, and I'm letting you know who I am. I'm a
Okay.
Moorish American.
Okay. Did you want to
Sovereign.
offer? Okay. Did you want to offer for it or no? Are you going to try and have? I need to kind of know where you're going. Are you going to want a trial? Are you going to try and want to?
No, I do not agree. I do not agree to none of this. I'm sovereign.
Okay. So if you're not going to participate, we're just going to act like you're not here today, and I'm going to go ahead and.
I am here today, ma'am. You seeing me right here? That's on record.
Listen, just because you show up doesn't mean that you're here. You have to participate. Okay.
Ma'am, I'm a sovereign. I'm letting you know who I am.
Listen,
I'm participating. I do not
and
agree.
Mr. Williams, that's fine. But if you don't participate, saying you're a sovereign doesn't help me.
I'm just letting you know who I am. That's
Okay.
violating a constitutional right, ma'am.
So do you want an offer or not? That's my question.
Do I want to what?
An offer to the tickets or not?
Do I want to? I can't understand. You said, do I want to offer?
Do you want an
tickets?
offer? Do you want to try and resolve this today as far as?
Yes, I do want to resolve it. I asked for this case to be dismissed off lack of jurisdiction, Your Honor.
Oh, no, that's not going to happen. So you can, I'm not going to.
I'm speaking for myself. I have no attorney, so I'm speaking for myself. I asked for this case to be dismissed. You're violating my constitutional right.
How do you have constitutional rights if you're not a citizen?
I'm not a United States citizen.
So how are you entitled to constitutional rights of citizens?
This part exposes the core problem. The judge reads out his charges: loudspeaker, suspended license, no insurance, yet he still refuses to acknowledge the name on the docket. Instead, he insists on his title and denies being subject to jurisdiction. The judge calmly concludes that by not appearing under his proper name, he effectively didn't show up. His case stays in warrant status. It's a brutal lesson in how refusing to play by the rules gets you nowhere fast.
You got to uphold to the sovereign, sir. You can't. I'm not United States citizen. I'm not Negro, black, or color. You're not under I'm not under your jurisdiction.
I understand, but my question to you is, if you want to rely on your constitutional rights, how do you have constitutional rights if you're denying your citizenship?
Yeah, because I'm an American. I'm a national.
I get
I'm
it,
a Moorish American. I'm not United States citizen corporate. I'm a Moorish American. I'm an American national.
Okay, but you're still present in this jurisdiction, right?
I just asked for this case to be dismissed off lack of jurisdiction. I don't want no attorney. I can speak for myself. I'm not a minority.
Right.
What am I doing here?
He can represent himself. Don't worry about it.
I can speak for myself.
All right.
I'm speaking for myself. Y'all violating my rights. That's a sovereign.
Now calling the matters of the people versus Michael Williams. This is ticket number SP 1212334. Count 1, use loudspeaker without permission or unreasonable noise. Count 2, drove while license suspended. Count 3, no insurance misdemeanor. Sir, please state your name for the record.
Now the circus continues as he returns the next day for round 2. The judge patiently explains his rights, penalties, and even extends a generous offer: plead to a lesser charge and move on. But predictably, he rejects it all, claiming he lives under common law and that statutes don't apply. Watching him waste a lifeline is painful yet fascinating, because instead of resolution, he digs deeper into his delusion, pushing himself closer toward legal disaster.
This is the date and time set for an arraignment on a bench warrant. Do you want to participate in these proceedings?
Yes, I'm here on special appearance. I'm just letting you know who I am.
All right, so how would you like to move forward with this matter, sir?
I asked for this case to be dismissed off lack of jurisdiction, Your Honor.
All right, that motion has been denied. How would you like to move forward on these matters?
I just told you what I would like it, so I don't know. I'm just here on special
It's been denied, so you can either participate today.
I am participating. I'm speaking for myself. I have no attorney, so I'm just letting you know. It's denied, so we can keep going on with proceedings. I am Williams L. I'm not a United States citizen. I'm not Negro, black, or color. I'm not Christian.
All right, Mr. Williams L. It appears to the court as I'm making a record that he does not want to participate in these proceedings.
I told you I wanted to participate. I'm just letting you know who I am. I told you for the record.
All right, he would like to not participate in these proceedings. He has told me that he is the person known as Williams L. and not the person on these tickets, so he is not appearing on behalf of this person. This person has not made themselves available to the court today as an arraignment on the bench warrant, so these matters will stay in warrant status. Thank you so much. That concludes this hearing. Have a good day, Mr. L. Williams.
Williams L.
Williams L. I'm going to call the case as is.
Okay.
And then I'll refer to you as Williams L. if you would like, okay? Now calling the matters of the people versus Michael Williams, also known as Williams L. This is ticket number SP 1212334. Count 1, use loudspeaker without permission or unreasonable noise. Count 2, drove while license suspended. And count 3 is no insurance misdemeanor. Sir, can you state your name for the record, please?
Williams L.
Okay. And is there another name that you have?
That's not my name. That's just my title.
And who anointed you with this title? The King of Crayons?
Okay. What's your title that you have, sir?
Williams L.
And then, is that your name or your title?
My title.
Okay. You don't have a name at all?
No, I'm not Christian.
All right. It's my understanding that you don't want to have an attorney, sir. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, you know you have the right to have an attorney. These matters are misdemeanor matters, and you have the right to have an attorney on these matters, sir. And it's my understanding, no attorney, okay? So let me advise you of your rights. In these particular matters, the court can, since they are misdemeanors, do either, I think, 90 days on one of these and up to 93 days in jail, or a maximum fine of $500. These are all misdemeanors, so that's the maximum penalty that can be given in any of these matters. You have a right to have a trial, a bench, or a jury trial in any of these matters. A bench trial is a trial before myself as the trier and finder of facts. A jury trial is a trial with 6 members of the city of Detroit who will come in here and hear the same information and make a decision based on it. These are your rights that you have right now. You also have a right to have a pretrial. What that does is that gives you time to think about any offer that may be given to you. At this point in time, there has been an offer extended to you that if you are willing to plead to the no insurance misdemeanor, it will be reduced to an improper plate. I set the fine that goes with that. You have a right to, you can also move for a motion. If you know how to file those, you can file a motion as well. So what's your pleasure at this time, sir?
I know I'm under common law. I'm not under statutes.
Here's where logic meets stubbornness head-on. The judge makes it clear, if you drive in Michigan, the laws of Michigan apply. But he insists he wasn't driving, only traveling, as if word games rewrite reality. He cites bogus Supreme Court claims, asks for an injured party, and keeps pressing for dismissal. The judge denies it firmly. This is a textbook clash of sovereign citizen rhetoric versus the immovable weight of legal procedure. Guess who wins? Not him.
So when you drive on any city street in the city of Detroit, any road in the state of Michigan, you now avail yourselves, whether you wanted to or not, to the laws and states and regulations that are governing us. So you may not have wanted to, but you did. So these are your options at this point in time. If you choose not to, if you were traveling, if you were driving, it's all the same.
I wasn't driving. I was never.
So if you were just in the vehicle as a passenger?
I was parked. And it was harassing. Was
you
never
sure
driving.
You don't want an attorney?
I'm under common law. I can speak for myself. I'm not a minority. I'm a sovereign.
So what option would you like today? Of those that I gave you, sir. You can have.
Ma'am, I'm a sovereign. I do not consent. I can't.
So here's what's gonna happen. I want to make sure you have all the options. You can't consent to anything. So that means that you don't want to participate in the process. So it's just gonna go back into warrant status because you have to pick one of the options. Yes.
Ma'am, I'm a sovereign.
And you were in the city of Detroit on a street in a vehicle. And I understand what you just said. That's why I said, right. Did you want counsel?
I'm not a United States citizen.
Okay. All right.
Nobody have improved jurisdiction. I'm a Moor. Nobody have improved jurisdiction. I'm under common law. Statutes don't apply to me. I'm under common law. Supreme Court case, Supreme Court case, Self versus Ray. Statutes don't apply to me. I'm on common law. And if there was a crime committed, can you please show me the injured party? Or I ask for this case to be dismissed off like a jurisdiction. I
deny the motion for the case to be dismissed. So you have these options, or else it's just going to remain.
And I'm under duress because you forcing me saying you're going to put a warrant out for my arrest.
It's already out there.
But that's violating my 13th Amendment. You can't enslave me unless a crime has been committed.
So you can't.
You can't violate my.
Okay, let me finish talking. You can't claim you're sovereign and then claim rights under the Constitution. That's not how it works. No, that is not how it works.
Ma'am, I'm not a United States citizen. I have a nationality.
Okay, so that means that
you have to go by
either the laws all apply or none of them apply.
The laws do apply. What do you have a liability? Do you have a bond? Did you swear an oath to the Constitution? I would like to see that.
Yes, I was going to say I did do that, but I don't have to show you any of that because I wasn't the arresting party. I'm just here to make sure.
Do you have a liability? Do you have a bond?
Listen, I'm not going to argue with you, Mr.
I'm not arguing. I'm under law.
Mr. Williams L. Those are your options. If you don't want any of those options, it's going to remain in warrant status.
You're forcing me. You can't do that.
Okay.
You can't do that, man. Okay. You can't go against Constitution.
Okay, Mr.
You took an oath. You swore an oath to follow the Constitution.
I did.
That's why I need your liability bond. Do you have a liability bond?
No.
You don't have a liability bond?
No.
Wow, man, somebody's going to get in trouble. I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble.
Finally, the meltdown peaks. He invokes the 13th Amendment, demands the judge's liability bond, and insists warrants equal enslavement. The judge calmly reminds him his refusal to choose leaves the case in warrant status. No theatrics or magical words save him here, just the reality of consequences. The hearing closes and commentary seals the point. All he achieved was wasting time and solidifying his problems. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.
Okay. Mr. Williams L., I was about to say, if you don't want any of those options, then your only other option is that I have to leave it in warrant status.
I do not consent. I'm here. What warrant? That I didn't show up?
That you didn't want to choose one of these things.
I don't have to. You can't force me to do that, Your Honor.
You're right.
You can't force me. You can't put a warrant out. I would like to talk to somebody, a chief judge. You're violating my constitutional rights.
You can go to the fifth floor and make a complaint.
That's because you're violating my constitutional rights.
All right.
And I'm going to ask the sheriff for your liability bond.
Okay.
Hey, I don't want to do that. I just
Okay, you can ask him. Go ahead and ask the sheriff for my liability bond. It's fine.
Took an oath to swear to the Constitution. You took an oath. I'm under common law. I'm not under statutes or regulations.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Did you get all that, Miss Sandy? Okay, fantastic. All right, that concludes this hearing. Thank you so much.
I'm not Negro, black, or color for the record.
Okay. He said he's not black or color for the record either, okay?
No, I'm Moorish American. I'm a Moorish.
Moorish American and he's a sovereign.
I have a